You see, we do not know who Jesus really is unless we're willing to admit, unless we're willing to realize we need to be saved. When you watch the news and you hear the discourse going around, do you think our society thinks it needs to be saved? They push God out of everyday life. You can't mention God's name in public. You can't say Merry Christmas some places. You can't say prayers the way you used to. Society has no need for God. They pushed it away. But it's only when we realize the need we need to be saved, we know who Jesus is. Jesus in Greek, Joshua in Hebrew, Yahweh saves, God saves, the Savior. What's been our mystery of faith throughout all of Lent, and it's going to be through all of Easter? Save us, Savior of the world. For by your cross and resurrection, you have set us free. And how do we keep connected to that power and love of that service, that great saving that Jesus does? Well, we do prayer, don't we? We in the Catholic Church have sacraments, particularly the sacrament of the Eucharist, in which we keep this connection to Jesus through the centuries. That's the second off-the-wall thing that he did. He instituted the Holy Eucharist, Holy Communion, the Blessed Sacrament. He would not leave us orphans. We come here this evening to remember, but it's a special kind of remembering. We remember Jesus' birth, don't we? We remember an historical event. But guess what? When we come together for the Triduum, we're not just remembering an historical event, like I'm just going to pretend like I'm Jesus washing feet, or things like that. No, we're remember, put back together again. We need to have the effects of that first Holy Thursday night in our lives. We need to follow that mandatum, that commandment, to wash each other's feet, to be of service to others. We need to allow Jesus to enter us so that we can become more like him. We may not understand completely why Jesus had to suffer and die for us. We may not completely understand why a certain wafer of bread and a certain cup with wine is the real presence, the real connection, the sacramental presence of Jesus in our lives that we're receiving within us. We may not completely understand how that works. We may not completely understand why God so loved the world that he sent his only Son to redeem us. But you did notice again what Jesus said to Peter. He says to us, what I'm doing, you do not understand now, but you will understand later.